Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
16 candles.
I'm trying to all slow dance with you all. It's not working.
All right, we'll get started because this is making me a little sleepy.
Super sleepy.
This song is just how
Classic.
boring tonight's episode was.
Stop! Whoa!
All right,
Strong.
hey there, Faking It fans. Thank you for tuning in for Season 2, Episode 5, Present Tense. This is the AfterBuzz After Show. I'm Sterling Cates, and Cortez G West is back this week.
Yeah! You supposed to go. Y'all supposed to go, hey! Okay. Hey everyone, hey, it's good to be back.
Welcome, Cortez.
Can we get rid of this music?
Hey, you chill out, man. Take that. You go. You go, Cortez, and you squircle and you come back when you're ready to fake it, okay? Yeah.
Okay, my beautiful ladies over there, would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name is Kylie Hodges, and I think Cortez is real salty about tonight's episode.
Really
Real
salty.
And I'm Roya Taheri, and I agree with Kylie Hodges.
Wow.
I concur. Cortez, I still love you. I love that shirt you're wearing tonight. Anyways,
Thank
Some
you.
sucking up going on over there.
well, he was mean to me earlier, so I feel like I'm just trying to get back in good graces.
Okay.
Kill him with sweetness.
Yeah.
Or
On
kindness.
live,
Kill 'em with
on
kindness.
live, on the
Yeah.
live podcast.
All right, so I mean, happy birthday, Karma! Happy 60th birthday! Oh yeah! Yeah,
Happy
Continue.
birthday.
That sounded good. So we start off the episode with it's Karma's birthday, obviously, and she's at school. And last episode, she kind of made the huge revelation that she was faking being a lesbian. So now she's kind of getting the wrath of all of that.
Did anyone catch that everyone had the same iPads that Squircle gave them?
Well, I think they had that before.
No. Remember when the sister came out from the principal's office and was telling everyone that we're going to give the free iPads?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were
Yeah.
iPads.
But they were doing the
They're
messaging
sellouts.
anyways, though. But yeah.
Well, regardless, everyone was not happy with Karma.
No, that was some
not
evil
getting,
eyes.
Yeah, she is not getting the attention
Even
that
from
she
the
loves.
principal.
Yeah.
She
That
like
was a dry
backhanded
announcement,
comments.
right?
Yeah, on the
Even it's
announcements.
her birthday, and she faked it. Wish her a happy birthday.
Still
I
be
guess.
nice to her, I guess. But and to top it all off, not only does everyone at school kind of hate her, you know, but Amy has air quotes strep throat. And so she doesn't have her best friend there with her at school. She's not talking to Liam, so she kind of just feels alone. And there's no worse feeling than feeling alone on your birthday.
I
That
know.
is
I
sad.
felt alone last Tuesday without you guys.
Oh.
We felt alone together without you. We were
We
together alone.
We made it through it though. Apparently, you didn't make it through last Tuesday as well as we did. You saw the episode. We were just a mess without you.
We're a mess without you, Cortez.
Taking weird pictures and stuff. Wait,
see.
can I ask a question for everybody?
it. Uh-huh.
I know Sterling's running this, but I want to know what everyone else's 16th birthday was like. Do you have fond memories of it? Oh, Sterling's like,
I don't even
when
like
was my
remember
16th
what I
birthday?
did on my 6th. Is that bad?
I went
No,
to Six
I'm just
Flags
that's the thing is like I feel like
without my
in TV
parents.
What grade are you in when you're 16?
Sophomore.
like sophomore or junior.
Yeah.
I was a junior, but I'm a youngin.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
I got my license like right after.
I feel like something happened. Oh, I think
and I got a
had-
job.
I think I had a basketball game. So
I stole a shopping cart and I put it on a friend's roof.
nice.
Yeah, I was
That
really proud of
sounds
myself.
sad.
I was really proud of
So
myself.
it seems like you had the best one out of all.
I just
of them.
didn't know because like I had a birthday party and then we got crazy.
Did you get in
afterwards.
trouble?
With Kool-Aid?
With Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no, that was like a thing. Like I was like obsessed with Kool-Aid in high school. Were you just trying to say Kool-Aid to cover up alcohol? But it
don't
really
know.
was
Was it?
just Kool-Aid
Was it?
that I was
Okay.
drinking. Yeah. No, I like loved Kool-Aid back in the day. And my friend gave me like
Kool-Aid.
16 packets of it.
Because it was your
For
16th birthday?
Yeah, that's right.
So is that
Clever, huh?
a little cart outside the studios right now? Was that
The
you?
shopping cart? No, that wasn't me.
It was a Walgreens shopping cart.
It's following you.
Stealing shopping carts in Wisconsin is a little different than people stealing shopping carts in Los Angeles.
Someone's home. Don't take it away
Yeah,
from
I
them.
know. I was such a jerk at 16.
I think I'm more interested in your 16th birthday
Yeah.
than I am in mine. I don't really.
I just feel like
because
in TV and movies, like 16 is always such a monumental thing. But I feel like nowadays, like
I used to
16
love
is
that
not.
show.
Was Army? Was
16 and
Karma
pregnant?
turning 16?
Sweet 16.
Yeah, this was her 16th birthday.
Oh, okay.
16 and pregnant. No.
Welcome to Faking It,
Anyways.
Cortez.
Okay.
Anyway, so back to Hester High.
Yes.
Karma is at her locker and she gets a note in her locker and she kind of makes a little eye moment. Mm-hmm. Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Like meat eyes.
Yeah.
They're ogling
Well,
each other.
Yeah.
Amy says I sexting. I sexting.
What?
I
sexting.
Oh, I sexting? I sexing.
I sexting. Yes.
Wow, that's new to me. Am I irrelevant? Is that what everyone's saying now?
Yeah. Didn't
Basic.
Amy say that, guys?
Yeah, she did.
That's
No,
what
no, you're right.
Thank
At
you.
the end of the episode, she said that.
Sorry,
So she gets this card from Liam, but then all of a sudden Amy shows up and surprises her. She was just faking.
Doesn't learn again.
Doesn't learn. When will that girl learn? She was faking having strep throat just to surprise Amy.
Very good
Karma.
faking it.
Yeah, I was convinced. I was
Yeah,
like, wow,
that's
that really does. I hope she feels better soon.
And there was no background noise of students. Like, damn, those are some quiet ass kids, you know? Like, come on.
She was in the alley.
Sterling was in the studio, like, writing a get well card to Amy. Like, that poor girl. She must be so sick.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I'll send her some Kleenexes or something. Anyways. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, I was just as surprised as Karma was when she surprised her at the lockers. Why are you looking at me like that,
Oh,
Cortez?
no reason.
Anyways, but then Amy surprises her, says she's set up the whole scavenger hunt, which she does every day for her birthday, and that she saw that. And she kind of asked her what Karma's doing because
Let it
she
go.
saw the longing Liam looks. that
Every
they were
birthday,
doing.
let it go.
Yeah, seriously. Did you guys see Gone Girl? It's like that scavenger
No, I'm
hunt
seeing it
they did
tomorrow.
on their anniversary.
Oh, they did
Alright,
that?
we'll
Thanks.
talk about it after you
Okay.
see it. But anyways, but Amy asked at the locker, she asked Karma, like, what's going on? I see you giving the longing Liam looks, like, blah, blah, I guess eye sexing, according to Cortez.
That's a polite term.
Yeah.
Because you know what it was really.
And basically she says, Karma's just like, no, we're done. And so that's kind of like what starts it. And then we see Liam and Shane talking together, and he's like trying to get frustration out.
In the
So
art
what do
room,
you
yeah.
guys do to get frustration out?
Just felt uncomfortable. I
Weren't exactly that one,
don't
were
do
ya?
weird things, but just everything about that felt so
I was like, so what do you guys do,
uncomfortable.
huh?
Question is
Cortez.
how-
I mean, I can understand Liam like having to hit things for frustration. I can get, I see that. I can get that.
Yeah.
What did Lauren say? Jerk off? Or. Hand off? Or. No. It was the.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know
No,
what
I
you
know.
said. And I'm
I
not
know
going
you're
to try and recreate it because
It's
we're
gonna-
all doing a really bad job.
I
of
feel
it.
like some other things would come out of my mouth other than, but it's actually it. So I'm gonna think about it, and then when I think of it, I'll let you know. But so Shane wants Liam to just talk about it, like that'll make him feel so much better. Cortez, maybe you can speak on this more because I feel like as girls, we're always just like, no, open up, like tell me what's going on
With
But,
ice cream.
Yeah, with ice cream. Like show up with a glass, a bottle of wine, like some ice cream, like. Let's talk about it, you know?
Snickerdoodles.
So,
So you-
but like, I feel like it's, I mean, obviously so different for guys. You don't really want to talk about it. Like,
Not really. That's
when,
why we make
when
up-
you have like like with your bros, like,
Yeah.
what do you guys talk about?
I mean, we actually we squash it. We just
You
we squat. I know I don't know what's going on with my mouth today.
We squashed it.
But yeah, we just squash it. We just go in, we just like, talk about it, but we talk about it very briefly and very discreetly, and we just be like, oh, whatever. What's up, man? Let's go.
So, like,
Sounds
every
like-
breakup.
But girls like, oh my god, you hurt my feelings when you was and oh my god, and then y'all hook it up and then y'all go.
But not like making up with someone. I mean, like if you had like broken up with someone and you were talking to your best bro about it, like what would you guys talk about?
Oh, we wouldn't talk about it. We would just do other things to not
Okay.
think
So,
So,
about
like, what
it.
the boys were doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then, so that's what Theo comes in. He's like, oh, you would love my martial arts class. Like, it'll help you, you know, get some frustration out. You get to punch some things. And Shane doesn't really like this. He's just kind of like, oh, he's taking my best friend. He needs to just talk about it. But obviously Liam wants to do the more like macho thing. He doesn't really want to talk about it at all.
In which you guys made a comment while reviewing it that Theo only has like one shirt, apparently.
Yeah, Theo totally is always dressed like a cowboy, and he's got that same belt on.
Tucked in jeans and a plaid shirt. That's his whole look.
Telling you, life is rough for a kid whose dad has sex with dead people.
But they're in Texas, so hey.
We gotta cut him a break.
And then that's why you have Lauren with the big hair. They're in Texas.
Yeah, she's got secrets, and she's a Texas girl.
Yeah.
Texan.
But did she move from, because they're in Texas
did.
now, and she was also in Texas.
Where did she come from, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember. We can't
She's just
remember.
embracing
But I think
that.
it was still in Texas, though, regardless.
I love you.
So before we get back to the scavenger hunt storyline with Amy and Karma, because that's, the meat of this. So we'll talk about that after. But let's talk about the martial arts scene. So Shane he runs into Lauren and figures out that she's stalking Theo, basically, because she's just hoping to run into him. You can't hate a girl for trying, right?
Her shoes were very cougarish, or
yeah.
She was on the hunt.
That is so amazing how they put that together. I never thought about that. Someone probably put that together.
Oh, definitely.
Wardrobe probably looked at it and was like, oh, okay, so she's sneaking up on
These look like she's on the prowl, yeah. But
leopard. They gave her leopard shoes.
But Shane picks up on it right away. I feel like he has always the first one to know everything and be right about everything.
I think that's on purpose, of course. The gay guy picks up on everything.
Well, I think he just has a good way of reading people, and he's very intuitive about like a situation going on around him. And we know that he's like a researcher too.
Yeah, and I think
he's always in the know.
Yeah, and he can kind of connect how Lauren liking Theo and wanting to pursue him can be beneficial for him, because Lauren can be a distraction for Theo and not wanting to spend so much time with Liam, taking time away from him from Shane.
Right.
So it kind of works out for the both of them if he helps her out.
But he gave her good advice. He was like, the only thing that's standing in between you and Theo's way is you.
That's true.
Yeah, I really like that line.
But give her credit. Like, she's obviously at this thing because she's interested. I mean, I am a total stalker, and when I'm into a guy, I would try and invite myself to things that he's
going to, or just knowing
it's a good thing I'm not single anymore.
Otherwise, no
one would want to talk to me. After admitting I'm a stalker on air.
Bye, guys.
It's okay, you already have a boyfriend, so something works.
I stalk a guy on a regular basis. That's all.
So something works. So Lauren and Shane show up to the martial arts class with Theo and Liam. And this whole scene is just hilarious with Shane, because he's like, wow, I didn't think I was going to like this, but I've literally never seen anything that's more gay than the guys wrestling.
Right, that whole scene was like they was just making gay references.
Yeah. And he was like
when you're all on fours,
and the face Shane makes when he says he's going to own their asses and the whole thing, so he's just all about it.
I feel that way when I watch wrestling, though. I feel like it does look super homoerotic. Yeah, I mean, it's like dudes and sweat and grabbing.
That's really not what television makes it, because I wrestled in school and it was not like that.
Oh, well, I know nothing, so you're probably right. I'm sure TV exaggerates.
Yeah, of course.
But Shane and Theo are having the conversation about this whole thing, and Theo's pretty defensive of it, and Shane thinks the instructor, Duke Lewis, is gay, and he admits that he's seen his Junior. Oh, yeah, that's important. Let me write that down. And he's seen his abs, because he's admiring them, obviously. But he's like, where do I know those abs from? Always a struggle.
That's hilarious.
But he's seen it on Stubble, which is a gay dating app.
I'm assuming it's like Grindr.
Yeah. And he doesn't tell Theo that until after they make a $50 bet about whether or not this instructor is gay. So, I don't know. Theo seems pretty... I don't know.
When have Shane ever been wrong, though? I don't think... He
really has never been wrong.
Shane has never been wrong throughout last season and this season.
He was wrong about Karma and Amy being lesbians together.
Well, that was a point because they put it out there like that, remember?
Well, I think the thing about that is that, he's closest with Amy, and since she's still in, still figuring it out phase, that he was kind of right about her. And he doesn't really know Karma.
One out of the two, but he's still wrong about one.
Well, we don't know.
Maybe.
We don't know. Maybe he's not
Don't
Roya.
attack me.
But so Shane volunteers to be a participant with the instructor, and I guess they're wrestling. I don't know the terminology. They're doing exercises.
He was showing the movements.
Going through the movements, I guess.
I was gonna say, I think it's really interesting how hung up Theo was on insisting that this is a masculine, heterosexual sport. Because Theo always gave off the vibe to me that he was very understanding and like open, and wouldn't be so. I don't want to say narrow-minded, but like almost like bullheaded. I'm like, this is a manly thing. We do manly straight guy stuff.
And I think that's probably why he runs away from Lauren. And that's probably why he runs away from Lauren. And we'll get into that prediction.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Cortez just had a thought. His mind is blown right now.
All right. But before we get into predictions, let's talk about the rest of the episode. So when they're on the mat, Shane and the instructor, Duke Lewis Jr., he kind of calls him out. He says straight shooter 95, like calls him out by his name.
Did you remember the username?
Yeah, well, because I watched it twice, so like the last time I was like,
straight shooter.
95. So how would that make him if it was 1995 was his year?
Is that what it? I didn't know.
I mean, that's usually what people choose numbers.
If he was born, then he's not even 20.
Roya, why would you know that?
Years?
Do you ever have?
Have you ever had a profile?
Yeah, many profiles. I have a Twitter with a profile.
Have you also ever had AOL Instant Messenger or an email account?
Have you ever had matchme.com or something?
Not before I was 18.
Did Cortez just find you on Match? Is that what's happening?
Did you find me on Tinder? Is that what just happened?
No, I swiped to the left.
Cortez!
And the truth comes out.
Well, she would
swipe. That was hilarious.
She would swipe to the left, right back. I actually never used Tinder.
Pretty sure
so
left
irrelevant.
is good, isn't it? Right
I'm
is
not sure.
I don't know. I'm not on Tinder.
Left is bad, right is good. I know.
Oh my God.
I got burned and I didn't even realize.
Wow.
I love it.
Nobody loves
I love you guys.
I love you, Roya.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll swipe right.
Back to the martial arts. I was watching this abuse going on over here. Lauren asked Liam to flirt with her to make Theo jealous. I feel like in a typical Lauren move. Yes. Typical girl move, I guess, because you want...
Yeah, we'd all do that. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would.
Yeah, totally
except for
would.
Liam wouldn't be the one to choose. Because obviously Liam and Theo are friends.
Yeah. Well, and that's when Liam makes that comment about, you're actually really lucky because the only one standing in between you and Theo is you.
Yeah.
And that's... Well, since when did Liam become the
once he got all the
Because he went through, he
one.
said that. He said, "Trust me, I've gone through lying."
Yeah.
I remember last episode when he just let it all unload.
Yeah, when the truth is out.
No pun intended.
Let the truth set you free. And then, but meanwhile, Shane and the instructor are still wrestling, but in between the scenes. And
not this pose.
He kind of calls him out for being on the app or whatever, and pulls down his shorts a little bit, and he's like, because of this tattoo.
His shorts were already low to begin with.
Very low.
Say that?
Ooh, very low. I
mean,
wasn't upset.
Yeah, I wasn't either. I was just like, damn.
I saw that V. It was getting real close to the end.
He looks like a Sims character.
Whatever, Cortez. You saw it too.
To say, Duke didn't like that. He body slams Shane down on the ground.
Of course,
He almost got
DL.
what?
What?
DL.
What?
DL? Why is he possessed?
DL.
Down low?
Down low.
Oh,
Well,
my.
yeah, he is.
Somewhere. Kisses down low later on in this episode.
This is not low.
So, and then the next thing with that is that, so that's pretty much that episode, but then we go back to it later. We'll go ahead and talk about it now before we get into Karma and Amy. So with Lauren and Theo, the way they're left off, she confronts him and says, do you like me? Listen, I'm tired of, beating around the bush here, because I kind of maybe sort of like you on a trial basis or whatever she said.
I still like the way she's so aggressive though. Even though she was nervous to approach him in the first place, it's once she did, get and I guess a pep talk from Liam, it was breezy for her.
Yeah.
It's all right, what is it? Because I like you and so, let's go.
Yeah.
So
well, then
it's
she
weird.
steps up on that thing and just gives him a big old smooch.
And all her
Very
makeup, all her
ballsy
makeup
of
was
her.
right here.
Yeah, it really was.
All her makeup
I
was
picture her wanting to be the courted lady.
Yeah.
And to expect him to, go the 80%. She goes 20.
Does anyone else think that
Hitch
Theo
over here?
looks like a girl?
What? I'm sorry, what?
No. I think he's...
Stop. That's not your prediction, Cortez. Sterling told us her prediction earlier, and Cortez is totally trying to claim it as his own right now.
This is like peeking
Get
the
your
brain
own
right now.
predictions, Cortez.
You guys, this is peeking the brain right now.
Oh, really?
You're getting booed.
What do you want to do?
Oh, really?
Thank you, Sean, in the booth.
Remind me to never tell Cortez any secrets.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't say
You're
anything.
like the Shane of the group.
I didn't say anything. All I did was just ask if Theo looked like a girl. I don't understand why I have to be attacked when I just asked a simple question.
Whatever,
I think you're
Cortez.
just mad at Theo.
I'm over it.
Let's let that out on the table.
Yeah,
I don't
do you
think you
hate
like
him?
Theo. I think you're jealous because
He's with Lauren, or not really.
I
because
wanted to be
he-
the first black guy.
I was going to say, because he's a handsome black guy and you feel threatened.
and the truth sets you free.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
He said I wanted to be the first black
Just
guy.
kidding. Just kidding.
Anyways, so he pulls back from the kiss and just says he has to go and like basically runs out. So it's kind of like, okay, he's
a
obviously
virgin.
hiding
Oops.
something, but they're just kissing. But like, you
Yeah,
know,
but
would
that
that
was
be
a
like?
damn good kiss.
Yeah, well, he runs out, so it really just is like, what's he hiding? And we'll talk about that
What's
prediction.
gay.
Milky Cocoa Puffs.
That's what I was
All
thinking.
right.
You stole my
And the last part of that storyline is with Shane and the instructor. Shane's waiting outside for him, and he's like, hey, I just want to apologize. Like, that was uncalled for, blah, blah, blah. And Duke tells him that he was right, like that he is gay, and shows him his real tat.
It says
tat it
that
up.
the
I
mirror
was thinking
switched
about
it,
that
so-
when he pulled down the pants. I'm like, hey, it's on the other hip. It's on the other hip.
Do you think
Hello?
that?
Yeah.
See, I didn't think. I was like, oh, he's wrong for once. But he wasn't.
I knew Shane was right. I just knew it.
I knew he was right too
Because
because
of the trailer.
we
Because
saw
we
the
saw
trailer and then there was that second when we saw them kiss
Yeah, we
and I
paused
recognized
it.
him. Yeah, we
I
we
didn't recognize
did
him. He
pause
looked
it,
much
replay it.
different in like the
hair
Yeah,
is
well,
what I
is that
recognized.
one
Different
scene by the
lighting.
dumpsters where I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's definitely gonna be
Yeah.
him because of the lighting.
Yeah.
But yeah, he says he's not out yet, and but they still another big old smooch.
This is
from-
But the
perfect for
thing is,
Shane.
what was
Yeah.
so funny
Big
though
ol'
is how
smooch.
big old smooch
Right.
and then a big old.
But it was so funny
stack
how
of other
activities.
it was so funny how how the guy instructor how Shane went straight into like dating, like when normally Shane would not be the person to talk about dating.
Oh, you mean right off the bat?
Yeah, like
He
right off the
immediately
bat.
assumed that he wanted Duke wanted a relationship,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're right.
Exactly,
Normally
because Shane
Shane's
is the
one
main
to
one
hook up.
that's like, I just want to get
Yeah,
in.
well, I think the more for me the more part of that was I don't know, not surprising, but interesting was that he said not the dating part, but that's someone who's not out yet. Because I think Shane is the type of person who likes to kind of like flaunt what he's got.
course.
Well, and his
like,
business is everyone's business. He's
Right.
not one to keep
hide
anything,
especially
hidden.
hide secrets from someone else.
And I'm sure he would want to brag about sleeping with this guy.
totally, yeah, exactly.
But
I would
then
too.
again, I don't know. This might be something that's like intriguing for Shane. He might like the fact.
Yeah,
You know.
ooh, like a
Like
secret romance.
come on, like secret sex is the best. When you sneak and do it, it's like the best.
Is it?
I wouldn't know. I'm a virgin.
Scarlet letter. Scarlet letter.
I am pure. That's why I'm wearing white.
You're so funny,
That
Kylie.
is actually not white.
It's off-white. It's off-white.
I'm just a little impure.
Okay.
I wish they showed us how to tie shoes. That'd be kind of fun.
Your shoes
With
are
his
untied.
tongue.
Good thing Shane wasn't wearing Velcro. That would have been
I'm literally
Shake it.
tied.
Wait, I'm not wearing shoes. Oh.
There's
Wait, I'm
one
wearing
O-face.
I'm glad we think we're funny.
I feel bad for
You
everybody.
know what? That
listening.
is so funny because I really do hope you guys are laughing with us because that is the funniest thing. Sometimes when I go back and I look at these shows and I see us laughing, I start laughing because I was here, but I'm wondering if someone who's listening is like, oh, shut the fuck up and just go.
I just picture Cortez watching the show on his laptop going, God damn, Cortez, you are so funny.
Cortez is my favorite one.
Not funny.
But really, that's what you do.
He makes a fake YouTube account and comments, Cortez is my favorite.
So you
Hey,
said,
really, Miss Cortez is funny. Miss Cortez.
I'm glad y'all find this really, really funny. Can I get some sound checks on them now? Can I get some like some boom? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
right,
Whatever.
let's talk about what we really want to talk about, which is Carmi.
Tiny shoes. Oh.
Yeah, tiny shoes.
Sorry.
No, Roya, we're gonna talk about that off air probably. Okay. It's not appropriate.
Under the loop, right?
I forgot that riddle. Anyways, so back to the scavenger hunt that Amy has prepared. She's obviously knows something's going on, or she's suspicious with the whole Karma and Liam thing. So she's like trying to keep Karma all to herself today.
Yeah,
or
especially with
not
the letter
today,
that Karma's apparently not wanting to share with her about.
Yeah, that she has. So she sets up this like huge ball pit in Karma's room as the next step of the clue. Get it phone call. You want to answer that?
Oh
You want to step outside?
Go
Cortez?
ahead. Be so rude.
You know how to call you out. But yeah, she sets up this like huge ball pit because I guess it's like an old pastime. Are you gonna text him?
Oh my God.
Stay silent, Cortez, for you.
Maria, please don't fire me.
But anyway, so she tells Karma that the next clue is written on a ball out of like one of the million that are in there.
Yeah, when she said that, I was like, does she remember which color she drew it on? Because I would want a hint.
I want to know the logistics of how she got the balls in there.
Do ball pits even exist though?
Expensive feat.
I think it's pretty cool.
No, but
yeah, super thoughtful.
do ball pits exist though anymore? Because of
They
all the
do
toddler deaths
exist.
and stuff.
They do
They do.
exist.
The dirty diapers and rattlesnake stories.
Ugh,
Yeah,
God,
they do
I can't
exist.
even think about
but
it.
they are disgusting.
I always hated
I
them.
felt like this was all really like painfully over the top.
Yeah.
Like she was definitely overcompensating,
It was too.
and it was
should have been from a guy.
uncomfortable.
It should have been from a guy. Like I did see that.
Well,
It's kinda
yeah,
like-
it was like, and you could see the looks on her face where she was like, I'm trying to distract her, I'm trying to woo her still, even with these extravagant birthday gifts.
Right. Remember
And
when we were
she was not
3?
digging it. Yeah.
Kept doing the years. Like, come on, let it go.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
get it. It's her
And then-
16th birthday. Move on.
And Karma tries to steal the letter that's from Liam out of the jacket pocket, but like she gives her this whole speech about how she can't have her read the cards after the cake and after.
Which, by the
like,
way,
her whole thing.
Amy did very, very bad acting, which was on purpose. I said, which makes her a good actress, that she was acting bad. That,
Yeah,
like,
it
she
just
didn't
shows
know.
that. Well, that you think that she was acting like she didn't know.
Oh, of course. I mean, because
Yeah,
you remember
like,
she
she was,
saw
like,
them
over the
eye
top.
sitting in the courtyard.
Yeah. Well, I think as a viewer, it was kind of like, all right, she knows what's going on, and she's trying to like keep her from
Yeah.
Liam the best she can.
And she's trying to get Amy to tell her the truth about who that letter is from.
Right.
She wants her friend
From
back, and she
Irma.
can't have
She's
her.
trying to catch her because you can't say it's from Irma. Like really?
Yeah.
Like that's
Out of
not.
everyone, why would you say Irma? You could at least said, I
poetic
don't know,
soul.
someone.
Well, everyone else hates her.
Yeah, that's true. Except for
that's true.
Irma. I guess.
Yeah. And even Irma, I feel like probably is holding a little
Really
bit of a
hope
grudge.
it's that oatmeal raisin cookie recipe, huh? But it was, well, yeah, she was like, it probably just says happy birthday, which later we find out that it really just does say happy birthday, so from whoever it's from. But then to the
Could have been a
next,
crocum bush.
the next step, it could have been a crocum bush. Yeah, it could have been. But the next step is that they take her, Amy takes Karma, and it's her mom and her aunt Sarah, or whatever her name is, her psychic
Aunt Sarah,
name.
yeah.
Aunt Sarah,
From
psychic.
Flagstaff.
Yeah. And so they she's going to read her tea leaves and eat magic brownies, but not her father's magic brownies.
Damn, we almost
Magic.
had a magical moment.
So her mom still thinks they're in love.
Yeah.
Karma and Amy. So she doesn't, she's kind of left behind
Does
all the
Amy's
times.
mom know?
No, Amy was pretty honest with her in that next scene. But yeah, so like from that scene with Karma, what's that?
I think we're in Jurassic Park right now.
With Karma's mom, it kind of turns into a hunt for the card because they left the card from Irma, air quotes, in the ball pit, and so they go on that. They kind of go look for that. What is that noise? Do they hear
This
that?
is literally in Jurassic Park when the little girl looks at the cup of water shaking and you see that the T-Rex is coming her way. That's us right now. There's a T-Rex on the way to the AFTERBUZZ studios.
Yeah. So they go back.
Bear with us.
They go back to the ball pit to try to find the card that's really from Liam, and Amy's like, well, I'm gonna call Irma and ask her, and Karma's like, you have Irma's number? Like, why do you have the cafeteria lady's
Right,
number?
like, why did you have?
But,
she was their
pretty
only
cute.
friend.
I would call her.
She was their only friend, so.
Yeah, but that's when she kind of figures it out, and Karma rips up the card to show, like, kind of prove that she's over.
It seems
Liam.
like
couldn't
every
believe she
tear
did
that she
that.
did, right? It seemed like every tear that she did, she was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys think she should have to hide this whole thing with how she feels about Liam from Amy?
I think she's just trying to protect Amy and not hurt her feelings that she's gonna move on before Amy gets a chance to move on.
Yeah.
That's hard because I get it. Yeah, she's trying to protect her feelings, but at the same time, like, don't bullshit her because that's just going to be leading her on more.
Right, exactly. I don't know. I feel like she shouldn't have to hide it 100%, especially if she's your best friend and you guys want to be friends. You can't start trying to be friends again with a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually saw the opposite. Lies. I actually saw Amy pushing away from Karma because she slept with Liam.
Yeah. I know, they both have secrets, so, like, if Amy wants Karma to be so honest with her, she needs to do the same thing.
I concur.
Yeah, but she can't tell Karma about Amy sleeping with Liam.
Yeah, but, I mean, she can't expect her to be 100% honest if she's not 100% honest.
Yeah.
You know?
That's something you can keep off to the
But
side.
I really liked this scene with Amy and her mom because this is the first time that we've seen her mom be kind of supportive and like not judgy. Yeah, her because she was just like, you know, I had a really bad breakup one time, or like the guy didn't like me as much as I liked him, and she was really comforting, and I really like to see that as opposed to like kind of, so what are you?
The only part about parenting that was not right was when she asked her would she like to set up an apartment with her plastic surgery.
Yeah, she was like, I had to move on till I got plastic surgery. Do you want me to make you an appointment?
Yeah.
Mom, no.
I was like, ooh, me.
Yeah. So then the next part of the scavenger hunt is they're outside of the two dollhouses. And Amy kind of starts to apologize. And what did you guys think about this scene? When she's apologizing?
It reminded me of 13 going on 30 with the have you seen that movie?
Yeah. Love that movie.
You know, the kid, the guy, and the girl.
Yeah.
Like, they're friends. And they
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Ruffalo.
And, like, Jennifer...
And Garner.
Yeah, but what part?
The house, the dollhouse, just like, here, this is where we live. And, oh, there's me yelling at Bruce, you know, like...
Yeah.
It's reminding me of
Forgot
that.
about that. Now that...
And
we
I
got
love Saved by the Bell.
Salty McSalterson over here saying that it was boring, but I thought it was a really sweet scene.
Yeah, I did
too. It was very
too.
sincere.
We were crying, Kylie and I
Yeah,
were.
just tears everywhere.
Real tearjerker. That
A lot of ugly crying.
Cortez was not having it.
Nope, sure wasn't.
But the moral of the story is she was kind of talking about the struggle that she has about like keeping Karma versus keeping Karma happy. And the struggle is so real.
Very real.
She says
Struggle
it's really
is so
struggling.
cool.
Right?
Yeah, there's lots of struggles going on in her mind. But then Liam shows up. Amy had texted Liam and kind of gives them the okay to be together.
That was very mature of her.
Yeah,
I really
so
loved
too.
her for that. That was really dope.
Yeah, she was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of the way now, and then she says, if you love something, you gotta set it free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, this episode was kind of getting pissed with Amy and how she was reacting and acting like a 5-year-old and getting annoying. And then at the end, she just made up for it.
She really did tenfold. Like, she was so mature at the end. And it's so true, though. Like, if you can't force someone, and we've talked about this probably every episode of this after show, is you can't force someone to feel a certain way, and you can't force someone
Kylie.
Have we decided that
I just
Amy
want you to
is,
love me.
Have we decided that Amy is a lesbian?
No. We said she's not.
No, she's still exploring. Figuring it out. But then Liam and Karma, they're left alone, and we find out the card really does just say happy birthday. And he's like, I rewrote it, and that's all it said. And she's like, oh, thanks. But anyways, they decide to give it a shot, and another big old smooch.
I loved that Amy had called Liam.
I did too.
Yeah.
And also I was like, ooh, I wish I was Karma right now, kissing Liam.
And I was hoping.
And you're like, don't grab his face, grab his abs.
Yeah, because he's like,
just going to
good.
The whole time I was wondering who house was who. I was like, who's the pink house? I hope that's not. Never mind.
The dollhouse? That's what you were wondering the whole time.
Cortez must have been really bored.
I was like, I wonder who's going to have the pink house.
Were you not listening to any of the dialogue?
Some of it.
Typical man.
You just wasn't digging tonight's episode, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what it was, guys. It was just so boring.
Too many feelings.
It was just so.
Too many
Everyone was
feelings.
just so
Too
crying.
emotional.
Everyone had a problem. I was like, oh my god, there's so many problems.
The whole show is about problems.
Get it together. Like, everyone just got something going on. It's like, geez.
I wouldn't have a rest of the season if they just got it together.
I want to see Cortez and Hester High. Everyone would hate him because they're like, why is he
No, they'd be scared of me.
so...
The big black guy.
No, they'd love you. You diversify it. They're all about different stuff, you know?
Well, there you go, Theo, so I think they're okay.
Oh, yeah, they filled their black guy quota.
Oh, yeah.
They don't need you.
Way to kick him when he's down, Roya.
Thank you. I know, right? How
Even
rude.
more. Even more. There you go.
Hey, can you grab that?
Cortez will just beat up Theo.
That dagger. Ow!
Was it pink or was it blue? I don't know.
All right, so the last part of this episode that we need to talk about is when Karma shows up at Amy's, and she says that, well, Amy's like, well, shouldn't you be with Liam? And they have a date for this weekend, so we know that they're going to try to make it work. But then she gives her the best friend necklaces that she obviously put a lot of time and thought into, and I guess they're going to be friends.
It was from a vending, the quarter thingy majig.
Yeah, so she had to,
Yeah.
grab it with the claws or whatever.
I was wondering when those were going to start showing up. Because you remember when we were doing our interviews? They had them on. And I was like, wait, is this like a personal thing that they were wearing them? Like, because they're best friends outside of work? Or is this a legit thing? There's people that have pictures like, oh my God, is this real them? Or is this Carmi? So now we know it's Carmi.
Now it's Carmi. Wow. But maybe it's real them too.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so that's pretty much it for the episode. Do we have anything else of that last scene we want to talk about? Go, Roya.
No, I have a little bit of kind of news and gossip.
Okay, let's do news and gossip.
Did everyone see that picture of Kanye West with the Carmi shirt on?
Yeah.
I made it.
That was really real.
Good work.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows this, but let's just tell the world. They got picked up for 10 more episodes.
Woo!
Sean, you don't look happy. Sean, you don't look happy. You supposed to go?
Sean's, yay, thumbs up. That
We
was
got
it.
the thumbs up approval. That's all that matters.
So you guys are stuck with us?
Yeah, now we're super jazzed.
So
That's
everyone's
really
stuck with us
exciting.
in
I knew it
2015.
would though. I mean, it's just too good.
Those Triple Crush Tuesdays, man, they're just so popular. Awkward, faking it, happy land. What more could you
Killing
ask
the game. Good job,
Killing
MTV.
That was it. That's
That
all
was
I
it?
had.
All right, predictions. Let's do it.
You know who I would
Easy
love
peasy.
to get on the show?
Yeah.
You can go ahead with predictions. I would love to see the principal come on the show. I want to see her how she acts in real life.
Who was I just talking to that said they know her? Oh,
Find
that's
out
gonna
who it is.
drive
That'll
me
be
nuts.
All right.
You go with yours before anyone tries to steal it.
I know.
Anyone.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. I'll start with mine. About
So I pointed to
Theo.
you, Sterling.
So Theo is obviously hiding something. We talked about that when we were screening the episode and when we were talking about it. So just trying to, just throwing out options for what it could be. I predict two different things. I predict that he either, I don't know, there's so many things it could be. I don't want to say all of them because I don't want to steal other options.
Just go for it.
Okay, so I was thinking maybe he is experiencing the same thing as Lauren is with intersex, with being intersex, and they don't realize it yet, but like maybe he went a different way with it, like whatever. He could be going through the same thing, and that might be a reason they have that connection, but they don't realize that that's might be a cause of their connection. I don't know, that could be it. Or he could be not into girls, or he could be married into a foreign lady.
Maybe that's the reason why he's so attracted to her, is because he wants to wear her clothes. Transgender, maybe.
Maybe. What are you guys thinking is going on with Theo?
I'm not thinking about Theo.
No, let's talk about Theo. Like, why?
I'm not talking about Theo. We in predictions.
Like, why doesn't he want to kiss Lauren? Or maybe he's just like not into her.
I think he's gay, and here's why. This episode,
Like
he
Liam.
seemed very
Liam.
into proving his heterosexual masculinity, which I feel like is only his way of overcompensating to, like, make people think he's not gay.
I definitely agree with
That's
that.
the
I
vibe
could
I got.
definitely see that happening.
I can't.
But is that too
yeah.
predictable? I don't know.
I don't know.
Guess we'll
Probably
see.
is.
Well, I guess it's not that predictable because we don't know if it's like.
I predict that. I'm going to go back to one of my old predictions when I was saying that I think.
Are you predicting for the season, or are you predicting for next episode?
For next episode.
Okay.
I think that when I was saying a while back that I was saying that Karma is like full out lesbian. I don't think that she's a full out lesbian. I think she wants to get into that experimental thing too as well. But I think what's going to happen is she's going to see Amy with another girl and see like the attention going away, and she's gonna try to make a move on Amy, and it won't work. And Amy is gonna be like,
You think
but
that's
not
all
next
gonna be
episode.
next episode?
I feel like that's for the season.
yeah, because she was tearing down the pictures off the wall, off the mirror.
Well,
and
that
everything.
trailer was for the rest of the season, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe
Not
that's
for
what
the
it is.
next episode.
No.
Yeah, it was for
It's
the
a
rest of the
mid-season
last
trailer.
Yeah, all that stuff cannot happen in a 22-minute.
They played it tonight, guys.
The trailer is Liam confesses, Karma knows, there's police, Lauren's on ecstasy, Shane is with the guy, and then
There's some
Amy's
weird...
moving on, and then Amy and Karma may be hooking up. Like, that trailer covers a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Faking it out on Twitter. Share that little trailer with us. I'm trying to find our prediction.
Faking out. You're our
Oh, there it is.
person.
Sorry, a bunch of cats.
I realized I don't know their name.
Do you guys want to share your predictions? I saw your tweets earlier.
We were wrong, though.
What?
We thought Karma would find out about the, this isn't scribbled to you.
What are the What is that?
This is a picture of our predictions for when Karma would find out about
Yeah,
Amy
you guys
and
said
Liam.
episode 5,
episode
right?
number.
I said 6, so
You
it
said
could be
6.
next week. It could be next week.
Could be. I think part of our debate, sorry, this is not about the prediction, this thing, is that O-face that Amy was giving is a legit O-face from the waitress. And I'm calling her the waitress.
The waitress.
And then you
waitress.
think that they're just, instead of showing the waitress, they're inserting a clip of Amy to confuse us.
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, Karma.
So basically,
Yeah.
Amy
Okay.
is imagining it to be Karma, so that's how she gets off, is because she's thinking it's
Yeah.
Karma.
Yeah,
But then
that's what I was
reality
thinking too. It's
fact,
like
and
a
it's her.
dream
Yeah.
or something.
not a
Not
dream.
maybe like a daydream or something, you know?
She just pretend. Have you never done that?
Yeah,
Pretend you're
I
with
know.
someone else?
I'm not, but like I'm giving it a word,
not
you
do
know?
that with your
Like where
boyfriend?
she spaces out. Like she's not asleep. And this is really happening,
Yeah.
but she spaces out for a second and thinks it's Karma
No.
instead of waitress.
To get off even more, she thinks of Karma during it.
She just
Yeah,
she's fantasizing.
we are on the
Fantasizing.
same
Thank
page.
you. Fantasizing.
Fantasizing.
Okay.
We are definitely on the same page. I'm agreeing with you.
O-face.
Yes. Okay. That was a terrible high five.
I sure was.
I
Listen,
Shut
I'm
up,
retarded.
Cortez. There's a microphone in
Looked
the
a little
way.
retarded.
I predict I'm going to keep my episode 6 prediction. That
you have to. I wrote it down.
Well, yeah. And what do I win?
Okay, no fair. I
You
was
were
not
wrong.
in that.
No, you were.
No, you were. We
This
did
was
that
the
in
first
the first
episode.
episode. Yeah. What did he say? Like 3?
Like 4.
Yeah.
About
Wah,
what?
wah.
Wait, which one? About what though?
About Karma
Liam.
finds out about Liam and Amy in what episode?
I was right. It's 4. It's gonna be the next one.
No, it's
you
just
were-
episode 5.
Cortez is not.
I think it's time for us to sign off here
It
pretty
is.
shortly.
It's the pasta.
All right.
What? He's like,
Pasta.
gluten makes me delusional.
Okay, hey Roya. Hey Roya. Where can they find you on Twitter and Instagram at Hey Roya?
Yeah, at Hey Roya. That's HEYROYA on Instagram and Twitter, guys.
Oh my God, follow me.
Show your O-face to Kylie on her Twitter.
Yeah. You guys, tweet me your O faces. I would love to see. I will retweet you if you tweet me a picture of your best O face at the Kylie Hodges. That's disgusting, Cortez. I would not retweet that. And on Instagram as well.
Hey guys, you can find me on all social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, at Cortez G West. Make sure you also follow us on AfterBuzz TV and rate us and give us a top 5. Give us 5 stars. And you write a comments. I'd actually love to read y'all comments on YouTube. You guys are amazing. Where can we find you, Sterling?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sterling Cates. Thank you guys so much for bearing with us this episode.
I know. The Gigabox
We will
and everything.
see you next week for episode 6. Stay classy, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.